Hello and welcome to another episode of the Nonsense Review podcast. And today is our first week in a long time we are not recording The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, for it is over. And what a trip it was. But before we dive into the depths of our podcast today, allow me to introduce our co-host, co-presenter, etc., Rick.
Hello.
And as usual, it's a new week, so I'm going to ask the question, Rick, how has your week been, buddy?
It's been fine. We're gearing up for the European elections. We're gearing up for the county elections for the mayor, which is a position that has been created out of nowhere because all these ex-MEPs need jobs, and the government is now giving people something to do. Maybe not exactly the same people, but somebody needs something to do. And we had someone come to the house today in a car on their own to deliver a letter to me specifically that was a party canvassing letter.
Yeah, those things are fucking annoying.
It was really weird because they only brought one to me and not to my other parents.
Your other parents?
Okay. Okay.
It was a weird turn of phrase, you got to admit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, go on.
But yeah, they brought a no stamp addressed letter to me, which was just that, in an envelope, not even a leaflet. It's odd.
It is odd, because, I don't know, apparently I do know how things work around your area. Around my area, when they send that shit out, they usually get some shit kid, just go, here's 200 leaflets, go deliver them, and we might give you a $5 at the end of the day. Yeah,
trouble is with here, they know that, depending on who is providing the leaflets, there's a 50-50 chance that they're going to end up in the canal.
That's fucked.
Mm-hmm. If they're for a party that a kid that would need a job is not going to benefit, then they're going to end up in the canal.
Okay, so you're saying the person that they get to deliver it might just go, fuck this. Okay, I thought you meant that people would get the leaflet and go, well, I don't want this, I'm going to, instead of just throwing it out in my rage, I'm going to fuck the planet over on my way.
Oh, the canal's not even the planet. The canal is completely man-made.
Okay, but you still shouldn't be fucking chucking your rubbish in it.
True.
I get what you're saying, but, come on, don't be a dick.
It's now enough of an ecosystem that you can just go fishing in it as well, so,
I mean, no word of a lie, but my first fishing trip was in a canal, and those things have great fish for people who are just starting to fish, because they're small, and they will fucking bite like motherfuckers because they don't have enough food.
Because as much of an ecosystem as it has become, it's not meant to be one. But yeah, let's turn it back on you. How was your week?
Well, as you know, before we started the podcast, I straight up said, hey, I've got a few things I want to talk about. So much so that I was worried I'd forget that I wanted to talk about some things, so I wrote it down. That's how old I am now, Rick. But yeah, first things first. What have I been doing? Well, the country is still mostly on lockdown, so there's not a lot to do, and you'll probably notice as the weeks progress that the chances for us to actually do things in the world and have more exciting things to talk about will crop up more and more. Like, for fuck's sake, we started this podcast talking about local politics that no one gives two shits about.
Oh, I didn't actually reveal anything. I just set the stage.
Yeah, it was a shit boring stage. But we're young and we could mock it easily. But yeah, what I've done this week is very weird, to be honest. I've been re-watching Sons of Anarchy, which, are you familiar with that show?
No.
Well, it's about a biker gang, fictional biker gang.
Okay.
I watched this show when I first started my current job, so we're talking about 6 years ago. And I decided to rewatch it, and the earlier series are much better than the later series, because I remember not liking that show by the end of it. But rewatching the first series, and I'm on the second series now, because that's how much I've binged this shit, it's, the earlier episodes are much better. I also recommend it, because weirdly enough, it's on fucking Disney Plus now, so it's on two streaming platforms at the same time, at least in the UK.
What, is it on Netflix and Disney Plus then?
Yeah, very weird, eh?
Okay, so it was probably on Fox to begin with. Netflix got the rights to it while Fox didn't have a streaming service.
I mean, that's almost definitely what happened.
Yeah.
I just find it odd that Disney wasn't like, okay, cool, pull this off your service now because we've got it. Not to shit on Disney, but it is the kind of thing that company would do. Like, they like to protect their assets, and I don't exactly 100% blame them, but they're a bit aggressive.
Yeah, they did it with all the Disney movies, didn't they? So
they did. But Disney movies is a bit... Every single Disney movie was on Netflix at one point, or at the time, so I can kind of understand them going, well, we can't sell our own shit if they've got all our shit.
Plus, at least they gave the public a bit of notice as well. Like, this is your last chance to watch all the Disney movies on Netflix.
Yeah, but it was also kind of a bum deal for us in the UK because we had to wait another, 6 months for them to release it over here.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, the worst part was when Mando came out, we didn't even get it all in one go. We had to do the same fucking song and dance of waiting a week every time there was a new episode.
Like, those motherfuckers actively encouraged piracy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the shit was out by then and people didn't want to get spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, speaking of streaming services, I went on Netflix the other day on my PS4, and they have this very interesting thing under when you select the profile, and I don't know if this is on their other versions of the app as well, but on the PlayStation app specifically, under your name, they've got a new button that you can click that says, hey, I just want to watch something. And if you click it, it will randomly select something that is on your list and just start playing it.
Requires you to have a list.
It does, but I don't know, if you're like me... who procrastinates as fuck, my list is like 100 titles long.
Well, my list is a bunch of tabs open on my PC, and if my PC crashes, then I lose my list.
Well, you see, this is the difference between someone who is organised in life and someone who is not. Also, I can't have 100 tabs open on my PC, otherwise my PC dies.
I spent a couple of quid on some RAM, so I was able to whack some sticks in my PC. So now I've got some nice glowy RGB RAM sticks.
Well, you know I've got a laptop, so it's not exactly a big option for me. One day I'll have a mega cool gaming PC like the rest of the kids.
I mean, I've upgraded RAM on a laptop before, but not all laptops have upgradable RAM.
My laptop is very fucking... Well, I'm not a computer whiz anyway. Like, I use them and I can use them, but when it comes to the actual physical machine, I'm not that great. So, like, I don't particularly want to go rummaging in it and fucking stuff up. Like, I'm sure it's simple enough because everybody tells me it's simple enough, but I feel like laptops are a different beast.
They are a different beast. Like, if you don't have a specific YouTube video for your specific laptop model, there's going to be some idiosyncrasy that's going to trip you up. Like, this cable, don't pull too hard, it will snap, and this is going to cost you 70 quid to replace it.
But yeah, moving on from technical babble, which, I don't know, our fans may enjoy. I say fans. Yeah, Samurai Warriors. How familiar are you with that?
Okay, so I've heard of the series. I've heard of the Warriors series and played some of the Warrior series in general. As far as I'm aware, Samurai Warriors is just the Japanese flavor of Dynasty Warriors.
It is. Well done. That's all you need to know. Samurai Warriors 5 is coming out, so they're releasing a bunch of like previews and this is what we're doing. They are changing that franchise completely. One of the most fun things about Warrior games, and you might not get this so much if you've only played the Hyrule or the Fire Emblem, but with Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors, one of the main appeals is every single new game you get more characters.
Yeah, usually.
The roster for Dynasty Warriors is, I want to say, over 100 characters strong now, which is kind of bloated, let's be honest.
Yep.
With Samurai Warriors, they're basically stripping it back and changing the focus of the game to focus mostly on Nobunaga's story, which is kind of fucking shitty because that's what everyone fucking does.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a weeaboo of any standing, you probably know the story of Nobunaga. You know what he did. You know he is both either George Washington or Hitler.
Yep.
There is no middle ground.
It's like the Rick and Morty joke of Abe Adolf Linkler.
A little bit. But yeah, one of the only interesting thing that they are doing, which has actually got me I kind of want to see what they do, is they've introduced... It's weird because they've stripped a bunch of characters and taken characters out, but they've also added a few new characters, and one of those new characters is the very, I'm sure, famous samurai Yasuke. Does that name ring a bell?
Okay, so the name rings a bell, but probably because of other people who are named after him.
Maybe so. This is Yasuke the Black Samurai.
Okay.
Like, this dude's story is fucking interesting, and I'm eager to see if they do it justice. You'd think being the first, and I think possibly even only Black Samurai is quite a feat in itself, but this motherfucker did other shit as well that made him stand out. For example, he had a fucking pet bear.
I'm just kind of doing an impressed nod.
Like, fuck, man. I'm eager to see if they incorporate that. Like, I'm not going to buy that game day one. Like, they've taken everything out that I kind of care about, and focusing on Nobunaga, I think, is a mistake. And they're going for more of an anime art style, which I'm not opposed to, but it's just such a fucking cop-out, you know what I mean?
Although by the same token, it's going to make the game age better.
Possibly, but, like, they did an anime art style for, I want to say it was Dynasty Warriors 6, and that game fucking got shit on by fans.
Is that the one where they do all the silly dances at the end?
No, that was 4 and 5. Like, that's why I like 4 and 5, because the game didn't take itself so fucking seriously. But yeah, I've been droning on for quite some time now. The last thing I want to say is Pokemon Snap came out today.
Yeah. You said that you were awaiting a moment in which you could drop everything and rush to play it.
As soon as the podcast ends, guys, I'm running upstairs, getting my Switch, and I'm playing Pokemon Snap all day. But yes, the only other thing I wanted to mention was it involves the episode, so I feel like, seeing as we're done with our weeks, if it's okay if I press on, is that cool with you?
Totally.
Cool. What we're doing today is we're basically watching the first major plot point in the series where I didn't watch it when it came out. So when I stopped watching, I stopped watching around the end of Chrysalis or Umbra. I forget whichever came second.
Yeah, Chrysalis was end of season 2. King Sombra was the opening episode of season 3. This is mid season 3.
So like I tapped out fairly early as far as My Little Pony is concerned. Like I kept up with the memes and the references, but I never actively watched the show anymore, mostly because I'd sort of stopped watching television and that was my main source of it. But yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the two people who commented on our last My Little Pony video, which was one Josh Blackwell and ML Gamer 2010. Josh Blackwell is the guy who bombarded us with a bunch of facts about the episode, which I thought was kind of cool. And ML Gamer 2010 gave us a list of a bunch of episodes that were basically fan service episodes and would probably make good viewing material. They're all season 5 or later, so we'll probably get to them eventually. But for now, I think we're going to stick with major sort of plot episodes that I missed.
Yeah, so it's mainly going to be season beginners and enders, apart from a couple of standouts like this one.
I don't think we're going to be doing openers and enders because they're mostly two-parters.
Okay, but some of them are good.
I'm sure that some of them are good, but I'd rather watch them on my own time because I'm not being funny. 44 minutes of reaction is... Like, I think we managed to cover it up pretty well, but the hour-long, or damn near hour-long reactions to Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm not speaking for you here, Rick, I'm speaking for myself. They kind of drained me.
Well, okay. But I can still I can appreciate a long-form episode to record.
Yeah, but I've got to edit the damn thing. It's easy for you to sit there saying that. You don't edit the fuckers.
My apologies.
No, it's fine. It's just, like, when I say it drains me, I ain't talking necessarily about the recording time.
My apologies, Editor-sama.
Get out of here, you little scam. But yeah, without further ado, shall we just crack on then, Rick?
We're starting Season 3, Episode 11. Keep calm and flutter on. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go.
I've been watching Sons of Anarchy, which means I need to turn this down. Now, a bit of disclosure for everyone, including Rick. When I set this episode up the other day, I did watch up until the opening credits, so I do know what happens during this first minute.
Yeah. So they're all hanging around in the field,
except for Applejack and Fluttershy. Oh, I feel the need to say this because it might not be immediately apparent. If you're watching this and you are a child, this podcast is not meant for children. We are arseholes.
Yeah. Yeah, we sometimes say the fuck word.
And sometimes we're quite vulgar. Well, I suppose that comes under just using the fuck word, but like, if it's not obvious by the fact that we did a whole season of Falcon and Winter Soldier, like, I know we record a lot of cartoons and us reacting cartoons, but this is not meant for your little child ears. Man, I like the design of the Royal Guards. I know it's very simple, but like, it gets the message across.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, it was cool that they introduced Shining Armor as, like, he's also a Royal Guard.
True.
I've just realised that my subtitles are not on them.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to pay slightly more attention than normal.
You could bang them on, like, it's only the title right now. Oh, wait, you're on the phone, so I don't know how much that fucks with you. Dude, I hate how catchy this song is. It shouldn't be catchy.
Tell me when it says friends.
Friends.
There we are.
Yeah, like literally as you were saying that, it was they were singing it.
Yeah, so it's when I was trying to put the subtitles on, it paused the episode.
Okay.
Yeah, he created serious havoc.
Okay, yeah, we're more or less in sync, so well done, man. Man, I just want to pet Pinkie Pie's hair.
Man, it's because she's got the same hairstyle as Carly Morgenthau.
I suppose. Or wouldn't it be the other way around?
I know, right? Because Fluffy existed. The thing that the thing that she's just talked about, the raining chocolate milk, the thing that got missed was that he poured a glass of chocolate milk by poofing a glass out of thin air, collecting chocolate milk from the rain, and then he drank the glass and threw away the milk, and it exploded.
Okay.
It was just a visual gag that lasted less than a couple of seconds. It was perfect peak Discord.
Can we just talk very momentarily about how Discord actually suffers a fate worse than death?
Twice apparently, yeah, so... Well, not even apparently, like, demonstrably.
Oh man, beavers are dicks.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are genetically, compelled to be assholes.
Like, they can fuck up / create ecosystems, which is an amazing ability, but also annoying to humans.
Yeah. Plus, they have no regard as to which trees they eat.
That's less of a problem. The damming thing is usually more problematic.
Yeah.
Like, most animals are like, well, I don't give a fuck about what trees I damage. Also, like, this is going to sound really fucked up and hippie, but it's rich us as humans saying, oh, they don't know which trees not to damage, when, you know, we fuck up like 1 million a year, and that's being generous.
Yeah, there's a certain subsect of humans that are stuck up their own asses enough, like me, that we can say, oh, there are good trees and bad trees, and while being, you know, not stuck up enough that not all trees are absolutely necessary at all times.
I mean, like, we've got a lot of land in the UK that's like, you can't build on this, it's for nature, and I'm just thinking,
Yeah, greenbelt.
can we not build on some of it, considering we've got people, you know, not living? I don't know, I worded that poorly, but you get me, right?
I know what you mean. Like, if you've got a housing shortage and you've got an abundance of greenbelt, maybe develop on greenbelt.
Or how you know, how about we demolish some mansions and make flats?
Here he is.
Look, no word of a lie. Discord made me buy a video game once.
Oh, was it Hat in Time?
No. I've forgotten the name of the goddamn game. Like, something Conundrum.
Oh, yeah. There we are. Quantum Conundrum.
Yeah. He played the equivalent of GLaDOS, the voice actor, so...
It wasn't a Hat in Time. The Hat in Time is the fan-made Banjo-Kazooie kind of thing. And the idea was that it was to do better than ukulele.
Which one? Not a high fucking bar.
Hey, I enjoyed the first hour and a half of ukulele. I didn't play much after that, but apparently, like, the reason that people moan about it is because it's a lot like the first hour. There's only like 6 enemies.
I'm sure what you're saying is very fascinating, but I'm being enthralled by Discord's nonsense. He should be our mascot.
Yeah.
I was really expecting her to say dipshit. I know that's the joke, but fuck.
Mm-hmm. Anything but your disapproving eyeballs.
She has legitimately conquered like dragons with that thing.
Yeah, she definitely has.
Is this Discord taking the piss? Because I can't tell.
No, he's not.
No, he was taking the piss.
Yeah, he was taking the piss, yeah.
You lied to me, Rick.
I thought you said, is he taking a piss?
No, I didn't say, is he taking a piss? Dude, I like the go-to tough thing is a weird fucking heart tattoo on the upper arm.
I know, right?
As a person with a fuck ton of tattoos, they don't make you automatically tough. Especially not when they're tiny. I know, my first tattoo was tiny. I was a bitch. And every subsequent trip to the tattooist, my tattooist straight up said to me, go big or go home. So I did.
Yeah, fair enough. The Angel Bunny's all a little shit.
I was going to say, I vaguely recall Angel being a cunt.
Yeah, Angel's a little shit. There's even a later episode where Angel gets a voice.
Weren't we going to watch the episode where all the sidekicks were the episode? Is that the one you're on about, or is that a different thing?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, he's such a jammy dick.
I know, right?
Like, it's funny watching it in a cartoon, but if you knew a bloke like this in real life, you'd want to slug him.
Yep, multiple times. And if they were damn near a god, you'd that would be your only recourse against doing so.
Like, how do you punish a god? Okay, listen, dude. Like, I know this website called Rule 34. Yeah, fuck the plot. I just want to watch Discord dick around with this bunny because you know the bunny deserves it.
Yeah. Funny background events.
He's such a cunt.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just straight up say it's very weird that they've just got the elements of harmony and they're just wearing them. I understand the context, but it's weird.
It's just because they've only just used them is the issue. Like, is he eating hay?
I don't know. They look like flaps of skin.
Oh, it's paper.
But yeah, it's a good thing Discord doesn't have like voice commands. Could you imagine how nightmarish this episode would be to record? Hey, Discord, fuck off. Oh dear, the call's ended. Fuck. I like his pink robe.
Yeah, his little Hefner robe, yeah. I think this is the first time that Angel gets referred to as a pet having an owner rather than, you know, a member of the family or whatever.
I get you, but Fluttershy's a pushover. That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
Like, Angel is a pet. He just doesn't fucking act like it, and she's not strict enough to enforce the relationship.
Yeah, fair enough.
Boy, that's a weird sentence. Oh, so that's the spell he was eating, was it?
Yep.
Dude, there's a ride at fucking Alton Towers that's just this.
Yeah, there is. It's meant to evoke some kind of sickness.
Like, she's the element of kindness, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Alright. Dude, I don't know who's who. I know Twilight's magic, because magic. And I know Fluttershy's kindness. Everyone else is a bit up in the air.
There's loyalty, generosity, fun.
Okay, I know which one's fun, because that one's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Let the bunny fall. Man, I know I'm being unnecessarily harsh to this fucking rabbit. I love the background of these beavers because that's clearly going to be relevant at the end of the episode.
Yeah. I think he's probably already forgotten that he's red-eyed them.
He might have done. Like, it happened in the background, more or less. It's weird seeing a bunch of beavers carrying off an entire literal fucking tree, though.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, are we not going to talk about how sort of fucked up it is that you can just magic away someone's free will?
That's what he's combating against. Yeah, so until they zoomed out and showed the cottage doing backflips, I actually thought he just messed with the fabric of space-time inside.
He can do that. Also, god damn it, every single scene has got beavers doing shit in the background. Like, that's some fucking attention to detail. Like, they didn't need to do that shit.
Yeah, it's commitment to the bit.
Well, it's a cartoon. Like, how many cartoons do you know where the threat just happens in the background and you don't see it happening in the background? They just say, oh no, it was happening. It happened off screen.
Well, the last episode that we watched, it was very definitely a background threat. It was the good old bugbear.
Oh, dude, like, you know that person I told you about who left a comment with a bunch of facts?
Yeah.
The design for the bugbear was a panda with a ring around it.
Okay.
It was pandering. Yeah. It tickled me, fuck you. I hate that. That's really disturbing.
Well, you might hate it, but Pinky thinks it's cool, so...
Yeah, but Pinky's fucking weird. Yeah, there you go. Rainbow Dash agrees with me. Fuck y'all. That is fucking horrible.
Yeah, especially at the temperature of gravy. Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, right? If these ponies were animatically correct, that would be a burnt fanny. Oh, it's so nothing, and yet she's getting beaten by it.
Yep.
Dude, if that's tea, that would also be burns.
Yeah.
Oh, soup, that's even worse. Discord's really shit at hiding his laughter. We've been quiet for a while, but I'll be honest with you, all the gags have kind of already happened, and now it's super serious mode.
But also, there are some visual gags. Like, I do enjoy the candles still dancing.
Like, no word of a lie, when he started animating those, I was half expecting him to take the piss out of Be Our Guest.
Yeah.
This is a really weird episode because even though I've not seen it, I know by the end of it, Discord is somewhat reformed.
Yeah. I mean, that was the moment as well. So now it's all that Angel is trying to convince against it.
How did he... How? Like, well done for guessing it, but, like... It's one of those weird things where, like, having Discord as an ally will solve every single problem in the world.
Well...
Except it's Discord, so he's a bit of a cunt still.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, oh, I know what it is. He's Q.
Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
It's like I could solve everything with the snap of my fingers, but I'm not going to because it's more funny this way.
Yeah. They wrote him into the show because Craig McCracken and Lauren Faust were watching Star Trek one night and were like, I remember this. This was fun. Let's ring him and see if he wants some work. And he did.
Fair.
And as far as I'm aware, they weren't even expecting to get the real John Delancey.
Wait, are you saying this is actually the dude who played Q, voicing Discord? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the real Q.
Oh, when I said Q, I just meant the character. I didn't realise it was voiced by the fucker.
Yeah, it's the real Q.
I'm not a Star Trek nerd. I've watched the first series of Next Generation because someone told me it was good, and then I got told, hey, you should skip the first series because it's the worst one. And I was like, thanks for telling me that once I've finished the fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big fucking risk to take. It's such a simple fucking gag, but it's quite good.
Yeah, all of his clones giving him a perfect score.
If that's not collusion.
Dude, like, of all the things he could have done, this is literally one of the most fun things he could have picked.
True. And sort of less malicious than what he could have gone with.
Yeah, totally.
I also like how Fluttershy is struggling to stand on the ice. That's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, isn't like breaking a promise one of the worst things you can do if you're a pony?
Yep.
Could you imagine breaking a promise and being like, cool, you're now on trial for treason? Dude, I think there's a video on YouTube where Phoenix Wright has to defend Rainbow Dash in court for alleged murder.
I think I've seen that.
I've not seen it. I'm vaguely aware it exists. Blood for the Blood God. Dude, when it comes to the Chaos Gods, like he'd probably be undivided, right? Like he's not really bloody. He's not very sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He's not disease, and he's not. I guess he could be Zinchian.
He's literally Zinch. Like he's literally a Lord of Change.
Well, no, but he just says he's an agent of chaos. He's not really for change specifically.
Okay, but he would rather there be some kind of ever-changing chaos rather than the stagnation of order.
I still think Undivided might be a better pick. Plus, Undivided's more fun. Why am I arguing this with you? I know you're all about Undivided shit.
Okay, so as a person, I enjoy Undivided. As a person, I also enjoy Zinch.
As a person, I like Sinesh, but that's obvious.
Okay, I mean, alright.
How can you tell?
The fact that he's not on the throne right now.
Can Celestia and Luna not just wipe this motherfucker out if they wanted to?
Apparently not, because, like, they couldn't before.
Weird. It's weird, isn't it? Because they're meant to be all-powerful, and yet every threat is more powerful than them.
Yeah.
Dude, is it a canon design, or is it a fan design, the Lauren Faust alicorn that's meant to be their mother? Because I don't know. I've seen that picture a few times, and it's quite adorable.
I think it's a fan design.
By the way, end credits, so I'm going to tab out because I'm not watching fucking more episodes, no offense. Not watching more episodes right now is what I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do a search on that because I don't know the answer to the Lauren Faust alicorn.
But you've seen it, right? You know what I'm talking about.
I believe I have, yeah.
It's a very cool. I don't know if it looks anything like Lauren Faust because I don't know what she looks like, but like it's It's a cute concept, at least in my opinion. And I know my opinion's worth trash.
Okay, so she's drawn a number of unofficial sketches and created her own OC pony. So yeah, it is herself.
That's actually cooler, because I thought it was just a random fan that did it, but the fact that she's like, no, this is me, I find that really adorable, and I know that might sound condescending as fuck, but that's not how I mean it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so apart from Celestia and Luna, the Lauren Faust OC was the first alicorn.
That's pretty grad. I'm surprised she's not shown up in an episode then, really. Like, I assume Faust has the clout to just make it happen if she wanted to.
Yeah, but also by the same metric, they try to make alicorns like super unique and interesting within the show.
Yeah, but fuck you, because I know Twilight becomes one. And I don't know if it's just fan OC bullshit or if it's real, but as far I vaguely recall being told that all of the main 6 end up becoming alicorns.
Nah.
Okay, I'm glad that's bullshit, because that seemed like a bit much.
They don't. It doesn't happen.
Well, that's that again. Like I've seen the designs float about, and it's like the fans of My Little Pony are weird in that they are very good at emulating the art style of the show.
Okay. So on the wiki page of the Lauren Fausticon, there are links to related pages on the wiki, and this just underlines why this show is not for, well, okay, our review show is not for kids.
Does it link to fan fiction?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah? Alright, what about fan art? You know the type I'm talking about.
I mean, this is the MLP fan art wiki.
Oh.
But, like, the second link is Super Lesbian Horse RPG.
What? Who created that?
cited by Equestria Gaming as the strangest RPG released yet.
I don't know how high of a bar that is the problem. But I know there's, like, as much as I love the fan creators for My Little Pony, because there's some talented fuckers, there's also some creepy shit.
Oh, there's definitely a lot of creepy shit. Like, for instance, the Cupcakes story, which everyone should avoid.
I haven't read that, but I know enough. It's one of those things where, like, learning via osmosis.
Yeah, it's like the fandom equivalent of Two Girls, One Cup in terms of...
Oh, it's not that bad, surely.
Okay, so if you've not seen it, you probably know what happens via osmosis.
It's pink. Like, it's basically like that episode where Pinkie Pie goes all deranged and insane because she thinks all of her friends hate her. Except instead of the happy ending, she goes on a murder spree.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I know via osmosis. Like, again, I've not seen it, but I know it's basically the synopsis.
Man, that's one of the better episodes as well.
It's good, and it's weird in how real it is, considering it's a show about cartoon ponies with magical powers. That sounds like a knock, but it's not. Like, how do you take such an outlandish concept and put real scenarios into it, and it works?
Yeah, you just add abandonment issues to the most fun-loving character in your show.
Like, someone once, I wouldn't say blew my mind, but like it's a fun comparison of, hey, Pinkie Pie is basically the Loki of My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Don't forget, in the Chrysalis episodes, it's canon that one of her special attacks is just summon party cannon.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's one of those. Pinkie Pie is Loki, but also so is Discord.
Or Discord is literally Loki.
Yeah.
It's one of those fun things where you have a character who has infinite power and could destroy the world, but instead of destroying the world, he just dicks about.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the Lino and Stitch conversation we had from the other day with Experiment 625.
Yeah. 625 has all powers of 626, but is lazy coward.
He just wants to hang about all day and make sandwiches, and I can respect that shit.
I love how the first thing he says is just he holds out 2 sandwiches and goes, ham or tuna?
Oh, anyone who picks tuna is a fucking animal.
But then again, there are times to pick tuna, but not normally when it's being offered as an alternative to ham.
I don't like tuna.
Oh, yeah, here's the thing. Apparently, in America, they never say tuna, they always say tuna fish.
Why do you need to make the distinction?
Because apparently the existence of tuna chicken and tuna beef just...
What the fuck is tuna chicken and tuna beef?
I'm being facetious. I'm pretty sure they don't exist.
Oh, I thought you were serious, and I was like, what the fuck is going on in America? I've never heard of tuna beef and tuna chicken. Therefore, I assumed you were dead fucking serious, and America was doing some weird fucking shit.
But yeah, they feel the need to say tuna fish rather than just tuna because there may be at some point tuna beef that they need to make sure that it's not.
Pray for my soul, because I'm googling tuna beef. Well, what the auto suggest says tuna beef burger, which sounds fucking vile. Yeah, if you type in tuna beef, you get how to cook tuna steak, which is just a fucking slab of tuna. So I don't know why you're calling it a steak.
But yeah, any amount of fish that's big enough to be an equivalent cut to a steak.
No, I get it. I think it's weird because when someone says steak, I just assume, hey, lovely bit of beef. If you type in tuna chicken, by the way, the auto-suggest is tuna, chicken of the sea. So, I don't know. America, what the fuck, bros?
Like, back when I used to eat fish, like, tuna was, like, one of the best ones.
I mean, you know me. I'm a simple man. Cod all the way.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I like whitefish.
If it ain't whitefish, it's got to have a reason to exist. And tuna did, because it was it was a powerful fish with good eating.
Like, do you want to know the first time I tried salmon?
Was it like 3 weeks ago?
It was when I went to Japan, because they served it on the flight over.
Okay.
Boy, was that a risky decision, but I did it anyway. Yeah, that shit was nice.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm set. Airline food, like, everyone shits on it. It used to be a common comedian bit, but, like, it's fine. I was expecting it to be inedible from the amount of jokes I'd heard.
But then again, salmon is so ubiquitous that bears just gorge themselves on it.
This is true. I want to point out, by the way, the Japan Airways food and experience was better than the British Airways food and experience, but I think that goes without saying, doesn't it?
Yeah.
British Airways is shit.
Yeah, our national pride for British Airways begins and ends at putting the flag on the plane.
Oh, Jesus. The stewards were Irish. The people who don't know anything about Britain, Ireland doesn't like us. For good reason.
Yeah.
Does not fill me with pride to say that, but, like, it's weird, isn't it? The sense of pride people have with Britain, and you're like, you know, most of the countries that hate us tend to have good reasons for that, right?
Yeah, usually. It's normally because we used to own them.
Yeah, like, it was a bit more severe of that with Ireland.
Yeah, we pissed up their leg and claimed them as our own.
We tried to actively extinct them.
Yeah, and we used their strongest and beefiest of people to create our canals.
Oh,
Which is like, you know, a PG way of saying we enslaved an entire country that were right next door to us.
Yep.
I used to go to university with someone who could trace his family back to people who used to own slaves, and he had a Welsh girlfriend, and he went, I wonder if my family used to own yours. Ah, no, it's okay, you're Welsh.
That's not an okay thing to say. How did he think that was going to go?
I don't know.
I'm shit in social situations, and I'm even worse when it comes to women, right? Even I know that that's not going to fucking work.
They're not engaged anymore.
Oh, I'm fucking shocked. Well, I'm half Welsh, so good. Fuck that prick. Jesus, like, best case scenario, you get a uncomfortable chuckle. Worst case scenario, you get a slap.
Yeah. Well, I assumed that he hoped that she was even more of an edgelord than he was.
Fucking. Sounds like a dickhead, mate.
Oh, well. Just imagine if, out of our 5 fans, one of them is this guy.
I don't want you to be our fan anymore. You sound like a dickhead. Should I be pissing off potential fans when we've got, like, 5?
I don't know.
If you're a racist or a sexist or a homophobe, get the fuck out. I don't give a shit. I think that's a firm line I don't mind standing behind. If you're one of those things, I don't want you as a fan of my content.
Meanwhile, it only took until, like, very recently to realise that the name of that one Simpsons episode, Homer's Phobia, was a play on homophobia.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah, like, I know that's what the episode was about. I know that's what the episode was called. I didn't connect the two because I am a dink.
I mean, I didn't know that's what the episode was called, but that's a good pun considering.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, we've been talking about some real bollocks for the last 10 minutes. I want to quickly sum up with, hey, that episode was fun.
Yeah, it was fun, and it's a nice stage setter for a couple of ones in the future that are not quite as plot relevant. They just tend to have Discord as a thing that happens and a recurring obstacle, as it were. A friendly obstacle nonetheless, but still recurring.
I mean, it's literally Q. It's the best way of describing it, and it's great because, hey, if you're a young fan of My Little Pony and you're like, I like Discord, hey, maybe watch Star Trek.
And it's the setup for my favourite of the two-parters, which I'm sure we'll watch at some point in the future, but it's the one where all the previous villains team up for their own episode.
That sounds actually pretty good. Although if we do that for an episode, I think we might do it as a bonus so we don't have to discuss weeks, because I took up nearly 20 minutes of the podcast talking about bollocks.
And also moaning about how we don't want to do 2-episode things.
Yeah. As a bonus episode, though, maybe keep an eye on the channel, because, I say the channel. If you're listening on Anchor, or any of the podcasting sites are on, keep an eye. Like, we're going to release some content at least once a week. That's not going to change anytime soon, unless one of us gets put into a coma. Foreshadowing. Was that a bit of a fucked up joke?
I don't know whether you're referring to yourself or me.
That's the beauty of it. One of us, it will happen to one of us, and I can't say who. It's a mystery for the fans to guess which one will die first.
Just don't type out put into a coma, because that you can't spell put into a coma without Putin.
Oh dear, yeah, then we got the KGB on our ass. No, the thing is, I'll misspell it. One of us got put into a comma. Oh, not even a chuckle.
There was a chuckle. It peaked the fucking audio.
Okay, Discord picked a really bad time to fucking conk out. Or you laughed so hard that it didn't register as a noise for Discord. They were like, oh, I better silence this.
Yeah, Discord doesn't like it.
Discord is howling at the moon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we mentioned that song before we started, and I forgot most of what the song says, other than that the singer doesn't know whatever they did for him to take their world away.
Oh, dude, I don't know if he still produces content, because I've been unsubbed for a long time, but Eurobeat Brony made some good fucking music, which is weird because I don't like that genre.
Well, as a creative subsection of people, it's a bunch of people that didn't know that they wanted to create something until they were inspired.
Which is, this is going to sound so corny and a bit punny, but isn't that magic?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the number one goal of any medium, is to make its viewers think and feel. And something that does that to that degree with a bunch of unfeeling, aged zombies like us is actually inspiring to a degree.
Yeah, and then they get bought by Disney and they become soulless again and just want money. On that happy note, if you've made it this far into the podcast, guys, you are our favourite people. And yeah, as I was saying earlier, keep an eye on whatever you're listening to or watching this on, because again, we update every week, and we hope to see you again for all of our episodes. We enjoy making this stuff, and it warms our cold, dead hearts to know that there's someone listening to our nonsense.
Someone indeed listening to us review nonsense, one might say.
They might. So with that said, it's a goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye from me.